This is Frank Yosa and another edition of the Wheel Estate Cam, wheelestatecam.com. Today I want to talk about buying bank properties and what not enough people are doing in order to be able to get them. Okay, that made no sense. How about this? To win bank-owned properties, you have to be ready. So I'm going to talk about how to make sure that you're ready so you can jump on these properties, because they are getting sometimes 17 contracts on them. They're getting bid up, and those, even after being bid up, hold on, even after being bid up, are still a much better deal than a lot of the regular retail resales. Try and say that 5 times, the retail resale. So you have to get your financing done with completely. You don't find a place and then go off and get, your loan information. You have to have all of your loan information, your loan documentation, and a lender letter ready to go, so that when these properties hit the market, you can be the first ones to jump on them. Sometimes, recently there was a short sale, and normally I'm very hesitant with short sales, but this was actually a great short sale. Yeah, actually, how rare is that? A great short sale. And this listing agent was super competent, multiple photos, knew what he was doing, was willing to work with a third-party negotiator, and didn't feel threatened. His comment was, "I don't care who closes it, as long as my client doesn't go into bankruptcy." That was, heaven to my ears. But these properties oftentimes are listed 20, 30, 50K below, and sometimes they don't necessarily care about the price. They care to close it as fast as possible, and if you do the right things, you can actually jump on these. And recently I had a couple clients that missed out on these properties because they didn't have, they didn't have all their ducks in a row. So number one, get your financing in a row. It does not obligate you to the lender if you use a lender letter. So use a lender that I work with and I recommend, that is fast, high tech, is able to use instant messaging and all that stuff, or use one of your own. Do not use lendingtree.com. Please refer to the other real estate blog post on that. But if you have a friend who had success with another broker, that's fine. Get that lender letter squared away. Have a copy of a check written to your closing company as the escrow. Different brokerages do it differently, but we work with a couple different closing companies when we have the checks made out payable to them. And then sign up for email alerts. That's the biggest thing. Email alerts. You should be on an MLS site that will send you email alerts based on your criteria, whether it's zip code, a specific building. My site, of course, does that, franklymls.com. You can sign up for as specific as an actual building, so you can put in the building address, or you can put in the name of a subdivision with the state after it, and get email alerts every 90 minutes. Most systems will have email alerts every hour. No, sorry, every, gotta avoid some traffic here, hold on. Wow, bad accident down there. They will send out email alerts every 24 hours. Around midnight, the email alerts will go out. My system will send it every 90 minutes. Some might be faster, but I think 90 minutes is fine. And yes, I've had people at 3 p.m. get an email alert, and we prepared to put in an offer before other people even get their alerts at midnight that night. And when a listing agent tells you, hey, I'm showing them first come, first serve, we just want to get this thing closed, that's where speed matters. So make sure you have everything ready early on. And for those of you, this is an add-on, for those of you that are looking 3 or 4 months down the road because they have a rental and their rent isn't going to be expiring for another 2 or 3 months, you still have to start looking now. Because what if I showed you data that showed that there's only one bank property that hits a particular subdivision every 6 months, and there's a perfect bank-owned property that's $50,000 or $70,000 below all the other options? Who cares about a month or 2 rent? Just eat the month or 2 rent compared to saving $50,000. So start looking early so you can see what you like, get used to the marketplace, go into properties, and if you do like something, look at all the data. There's nothing worse than someone saying that they have 2 or 3 months, and then a month before they have to buy a place, they say, okay, now we're serious, and where are all the bank-owned properties? They're all gone. and then they end up buying something that's not a bank-owned property or not heavily discounted, and yeah, they saved a month or two in rent, but then they ended up, you know, not saving that extra $30,000-$40,000. So it's really important to start early so that you aren't rushed into buying something. And if you don't like the place enough, then don't buy it. That's fine. But don't be on the flip side when your rent is due and you're like, find me a place in 2 weeks. It just doesn't work that way. The best places sell very fast, and make sure you have everything ready so you can jump on that.